tough exit in the LSU tournament, but found out this morning that you made the NCAA tournament. Just give me your overall thoughts on the Lone Star Conference tournament, and then how that affects your thoughts now on making another NCAA.
Well, you had a classic pitchers duel last week. Cheyenne threw the heck out of the thing, struck out 14. They had one kid that was able to get one up, and it got out. I didn't think that it was hit that great at the beginning, and I think the wind probably helped a little bit. But hey, give credit to her. She got it up there and got it out of the ballpark for them, and we never did. And then their kid, Valdez, she's a great pitcher. She always has been, and she had a great day as well. But I was very proud of the way we played. We didn't give them runs; they earned everything, or the one run. We played good defense. We did everything right. We just couldn't get the big hit that we needed during that game. But we talked about it going into the conference tournament that no matter what happens, it's kind of a go up there and kind of like the week before when we went up there with WT, it was just go up and play because we know we're securely in the regional tournament. We knew that we were probably going to be that 4 seed no matter what. Big picture is we're where we wanted to be at the beginning of the year. We're in the NCAA playoffs, and we got a chance to go compete with the 63 other teams that are still alive. And first and foremost right now is Oklahoma Christian, and but we also we know WT real well because we just got through with them. But we got to go back and review Regis some more, who had a heck of a run this last weekend. They were really struggling as a team, and it all came together for them, and they were here. The good thing about it is they were here early in the season in our tournament, and Coach Thompson's she's done a good job with them there, and I don't know what she did to rally them up there in the tournament, but they had a really big run, and so we'll get them in the regional up there as well. So all the teams that are there, we've already played this year. We've already had success against all of them. So it's a winnable regional, but at the same time, you go up there, and if you don't play right, you come home 0-2.
Coach, you said that no matter what happened at the LC tournament, like you achieved what you wanted to achieve by securing a place in the conference tournament, or the regional tournament. That leads me into my next question. You said before the year started that this is a new group of girls that's playing together well, and you just kind of see where this season goes. At this point in the year, I know this was the goal, but did you think that this team would be playing this well together?
Well, you hope so, and it hasn't always been perfect, and there's been struggles, just like there is nearly in every team, and it's a constant work in progress with them, with each other, with them as coaches, or with us as coaches with them, and vice versa, but we just haven't had the major drop-offs. We haven't had the big valleys, even when we dug ourselves in a hole there at Tyler and Texas Women's and didn't have a good week, we bounced right back and started a run of winning 9 straight Lone Star Conference series. So, we do things for the most part the right way, and and it's allowed us to be in this position, if because we haven't always swung it great, and we haven't always played great defense. We have pitched for the most part pretty consistently, and that's been the strength of our team all year, and all 5 of them have given us great innings throughout the year. So, we're in this position because of what we've started, or what the players started actually last summer with each other through some messages and video calls and all that, just trying to make sure that everybody was on the same page and ready to go forward to put us in this position that we're in today.
Coach, you talked about it being a winnable regional, but also it is a gauntlet. Y'all are
Oh,
taking
yeah.
on Oklahoma Christian. What does this team need to keep an eye out with that team? You kind of mentioned y'all's strengths. What are some of the strengths that's with that Oklahoma?
Well, they're athletic. They've got good team speed. They have several lefties in the lineup that swing away, and then they've got 2 really good pitchers. So, they haven't hit the ball the way that they have the last couple years. I mean, really, it's the same team they've had for the last 2 or 3 years, and so they're very experienced. They've had success in the postseason. They're coming off a loss also. St. Mary's got them in the tournament in their first game up there, but they're very talented, and we've got to go play well. They beat us 6-1 in game 1 in the regular season, then we bounced back and beat them 4-1 and 4-1. So, two very equal teams, I think, very competitively balanced teams. They've got a good catcher. We got a good catcher. It's going to be hard to run with video review and everything. It's hard to run anyway. So, we just got to go play really good. We're going to have to. If not, we'll be in trouble. But, hopefully if we do have some adversity that we can fight through it and keep battling and keep kicking it and see what happens at the end of the day.
And then in that LCU game, y'all had chances to win. Y'all had runners on the bases, just kind of ended the LCU got y'all off the field. How, going into practice this week, how are you going to try and encourage this team? Like, hey, even if you're down 0-1, how do you just make sure to really get that one run across, that two run across?
Well, it's something that we do all year long is we work hard on the bunt game and moving runners, and we didn't do a very good job of doing that the other day. But, that's not the reason why we got beat. We just didn't hit it enough. And Maxine Valdez is a great pitcher, and she's had a great career. I guess her career is now over because they did not qualify for a postseason. They were fighting to get into the postseason, whereas we knew we were comfortable. But she pitched her tail off. I mean, she really did. And she had command of all of her stuff. She throws hard. She had a good rise ball working and had a good changeup to go with it. And she, you got to tip her hat. She pitched a heck of a game. And we did have some chances. And most of the time this year when we've been in those situations, we've gotten that big hit. We just couldn't get it the other day. And, that's going to happen in this sport. It's not man versus man or woman versus woman lining up and seeing which one's more physical. You got to be able to take that round bat and hit that round ball squarely, and it's not easy to do. You bet.
Travis, how much do you prefer that double elimination versus that single game format?
Well, it's more what you're used to in our sport of baseball and softball. The single elimination. I mean, we started the single elimination conference tournament years ago because we knew in the regional tournament it was going to be the same team, so there was no point in beating up on each other in a double elimination format in a conference tournament and then doing it again the next week. So. It is what it is. It allows a team that is not securely in position in our conference to be in the regional to have that upset run, kind of like Regis did in the RMAC. But it's tough in this conference. The top teams are typically winning the conference tournament, but as took place this year with WT. You bet. All right, see y'all.
Thanks, Coach.